Good morning, students. Today I am explaining session 35 of corporate law. In the corporate law, fourth model, corporate meetings, we know about the board of directors. In the previous classes, we discussed about the types of corporate meetings. Now the learning objectives is it helps the students to know the meaning and procedures of board of directors, how they have to be know in regarding to the statutory meetings, how they have to be arrange the statutory meetings. Session outcomes. In this session, students are clearly understand the concept of board of directors in a company. Now let us start with the meaning of board of directors. A board of directors is an elected group of individuals that represent shareholders. The board is a governing body that typically meets at regular intervals to set policies for corporate management and oversight. Every public must have a board of directors. Definition of board of directors. A board of directors represents an elected or an appointment body of members who are responsible for overseeing a firm's activities to the benefit of its stakeholders. In simple, a board of directors is an elected group of individuals that represent shareholders. Next, we pass on to the functions of board of directors. In functions of board of directors, the first one is creating dividend policies, creating options policies, hiring and firing of senior executives, especially the CEO, establishing compensation for executives, supporting executives and their teams, maintaining company resources, setting a general company goals, making sure that the company is equipped with the tools it needs to be managed well. So these are all the some of the functions managed by the board of directors. So this is a basic structure of a board of directors. You see, first one is audit committee is there, that should be linked with the board of directors. Next, under the board of directors, chief executive officers are there. Under the chief executive officers, chief operating officer is there, chief financial officer is there, chief marketing officer is there, and senior vice president corporate development officer is also there. Next, we pass on to the structure of a board of director. First come to the chairperson. A man is the top all board of directors. Ready? Chairman is the top of all board of directors. He can be executive as well as non-executive person. He is responsible for the overall business of the business. Next, come to the managing director. Managing director is appointed by the board of director, basically by the executive directors, for looking at the performance of the executive directors, look for the business hygiene and provide insights guidance to them. You see, managing directors is appointed by the board of directors, basically by the executive directors, for looking at the performance of the executive directors. Next, come to the executive director. Executive directors are the real directors of the company who are managing the different area of the company and take the strategic decision, getting salary drawn from the company. Next come to the non-executive directors. So non-executive directors are basically appointed to have a different view or opinion besides executive directorship. Next, the major responsibilities of board of directors. The first one is determine the organization's mission and purpose. Next, select the executive. Next, support the executive and review his or her performance. Next, ensure effective organizational planning. Next, ensure adequate resources. Next, manage resources effectively. Next, determine and monitor the organization's products, services, and programs. Next, enhance the organization's public image and serve as a court of appeal. Next, assess its own performance. So these are all some of the major responsibilities of a board of directors. Next, meetings of the board of directors. Meeting of the board of director is the formal meeting of the board of directors of an organization held usually at definite intervals to consider policy issues and major problems. Presided over by a chairperson, chairman or chairwoman of the organization or his or her appointee, it must meet the quorum requirements and its deliberations must be recorded in the minutes. Under the doctrine of collective responsibility, all directors, even if absent, are bound by its resolutions. Next, under the meetings of board of directors, the first one is periodicity of the board of directors meeting. Section 285 of the act provides that every company, private or public, shall hold at least one meeting of the board in a period of 3 months and 4 meetings in a year. But a company registered under Section 25 of the Companies Act has privilege that the board or the governing body may meet at least once in 6 months. So this is about periodicity of the board of directors meeting. Next, second one, interval between two board meetings. The expression every 3 months occurring in section 285 naturally means 3 months taken together. Provisions of section 285 will be fulfilled if the board of directors meet on the 1st of January or the 31st of March or any date in between. Next 3 months should naturally comprise April to June. It is open to the board of directors to vet on any date during 3 months from June. Similarly, the board may at least meet on backward in a particular date during and so on. In session 285, there is no scope for notice of board meeting calculation. So this is about the interval between two board meetings. Next, notice to board of directors meeting. Section 286 Section 286 of the Companies Act stipulates that a meeting of the board directors should be held after giving notice The notice shall be given in writing to every director in India and it his usual address in India. Notice shall be given reasonably in advance, say for 7 days, date of the meeting. 7 days date of the meeting. It is not incumbent to give notice to a foreign director at the address outside India. However, sound corporate practice requires that notice to be sent to all directors, whether in India or outside. Next, notice to the board meetings. Section 286 of the Companies Act stipulates that a meeting of the Board of Directors shift shall be held. After giving notice, the notice shall be given in writing to every director in India and it is usually addressed in India. Notice shall be given reasonably in advance, say for 7 days date of the meeting. It is not incumbent to give notice to a foreign director at the address outside India. However, sound corporate practice requires notice to be sent to all directors, whether in India or outside. So, this is the notice to Board of Directors meeting. Next, we come to the final stage of this session, that is session 35 of the corporate law of the third semester. The directors are the core of the company and they are the main secret behind a successful company. The company management should, in the hand of responsible people who can use their power in the proper direction, as the greater power comes with greatest responsibility. By ending of this one, we make a conclude in